Monday, March 13th, 2017. Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So it's around quarter to 1 p.m. London time. So almost 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just want to talk a bit about the markets. I will also cover the cryptocurrencies a little bit. Today I want to talk about Ethereum and Bitcoin. First of all, gold. Earlier today, we got up to 1211.50. So it was doing fairly well in early trading in London. But now with the US coming in as usual, gold has dropped back and we're now at 1203, down 1.5. Silver got up to $17.16. We're now at $16.98, down about 6. So disappointing, but patience is still, the key word for the precious metals. Longer term, it's still the best currency, in my opinion, to have, or currencies. Gold and silver always hold their value over time. As a trade, always tricky trading, but interesting because I also listened to an interview on Greg Hunter's YouTube channel with Catherine Austin Fitts. And Catherine Austin Fitts, she used to work on Wall Street for Dylan Reed, which became part of UBS. Very famous investment bank on Wall Street. She worked for George Bush Sr. So she's knows what she's talking about. She says, because Greg Hunter asked her, you've got 4 scenarios for your clients, investment scenarios, and in all those scenarios, you've got a precious metals core holding. Why is that? And she said, well, you look at all the major central banks in the world, they don't like gold, and they prefer their fiat money. But they all have a holding in gold because gold, in the end of the day, is money that is accepted everywhere around the world, bar none. Bar nowhere. You take gold somewhere to Timbuktu, they'll accept it. You take gold to Shanghai, they'll accept it. You take gold to Buenos Aires, they'll accept it. You take gold to Oslo, Norway, they'll accept it. So that's gold. So this week, of course, we got the Fed meeting starting tomorrow. It's a 2-day meeting. The announcement will be made on Wednesday, the 15th. I think it's a done deal. It's already priced in, a hike of 25. And one thing that's weird, and I've spoken about this before, while Obama was president, the Fed hiked rates 2 times in 8 years. Now with Trump, it looks like they might hike 3 times in less than a year. According to, Goldman Sachs, they think they're going to hike also in June and September, but we'll have to see. What else? Wall Street, the Dow today is, unchanged right now, 20,900 roughly. We got down to 20,850, so it was down about 50 points earlier. S&P 2372, down a point. Treasuries, the 10-year yield still hanging below that 2.63 yield. Right now we're at 2.59. I think that's the level. That's the thing to keep an eye on as well. It will be interesting to see what the reaction to the Fed rate hike will be. And also there's a press conference at this meeting, and Yellen will come out with their dot charts and everything, and have to see what they see going forward. Despite, the economy in the U.S. slowing down, we're looking at GDP growth of less than 2% for the 4th quarter last year and the 1st quarter this year. So those are the main markets. Let's have a look at the dollar index, see how that is doing. Dollar index, a little weaker today, just down very slightly, so not much move. The pound is fairly strong today. It's up 0.5% against the dollar at 122.17. Euro unchanged, and dollar, let's see, dollar Sorry, the euro is, yeah, basically unchanged, and dollar yen as well unchanged. The dollar was a little weaker earlier against the yen, but it's now rebounded. So about the cryptocurrencies, so we had the rejection of the SEC for a Bitcoin ETF, and Bitcoin dumped to around 1,000 or 1,050, depends where you get your price from. And right now, though, Bitcoin has rebounded very well. It's at 1242, so it's up 1.4% compared to yesterday's. I don't know where World Coin Index takes their reference, but it's 1243, so it's rebounded really. It's really shrugged off that decision. Ethereum, that's what I wanted to talk about as well. Ethereum dropped to around $16.50 after that decision by the SEC, and we're now at 28.42, which is a huge move. And I did say that I had some Ethereum from last summer, not too much, and I also last week I sold a little bit of the Bitcoin that I had, some of the Bitcoin that I had, not all, and I bought Ethereum when it was, I think it was just below 20. So that spread trade is doing really well. Longer term, I think Bitcoin is still gonna be top dog, but in the short term, I'm doing this as just as a little trade. I don't have, I haven't bet my house on it, but it's doing well. My plan is to, when Ethereum, well, I'm going to hang on to the Ethereum, but sell back the Ethereum and get back hopefully more Bitcoin. That's my plan right now. Let's have a look here at the spread between Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's what I'm keeping an eye on the spread. Not really the price movements are important, but the spread right now, yeah, that spread is going up. So I'm making money in terms of Bitcoin. Since I did the switch from Bitcoin to Ethereum, the amount of Bitcoin that I have has gone up by about 15-20%, so that's a good thing. So I'm gonna hang on to the Ethereum right now. Right now Ethereum is at 28.33, so the all-time high is 28.81. So I think it's got a lot of room to go, because after Bitcoin, Ethereum and Monero, those are the main currencies, and there's a lot of room on the upside to those currencies, cryptocurrencies. Also because Bitcoin is going up so well, it's a lot more expensive now to buy one Bitcoin. It's cheaper to buy one Ethereum or one Monero. So that's what I'm looking at in the cryptocurrency. I have done this in the past, quite a few years ago. There was a website where you could trade all the different cryptocurrencies versus Bitcoin. It's very volatile, but it keeps you on your toes. So that's it for now. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it far and wide, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, there's some links below in the description. I have a PayPal account, Patreon, and I accept Bitcoin, and I've got an Ethereum address as well. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.